Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I just saw something online that made me say, "Oh, okay, this is a decent topic I can run with." I'm only going to be here for a couple minutes because it's almost time for me to get off work, but I figured I'd make a little 10-minute video or something. So I saw a post that said some lady, a Black Lives Matter organizer of some sort. I didn't get her name. I didn't quote it directly. Don't want to quote it directly, but as I like to do, I like to paraphrase or take the spirit from which I understood it to be, and then give you my own topic. Say, for example, this is how I'm going to do it. What I saw was a lady basically say, as far as looting goes, hey, she doesn't have a problem with people looting businesses because it puts food in their mouths and clothes on their back, and the businesses have insurance anyway. That is not something I can follow her on. If I thought it was only poor people looting and I thought all businesses would be fine with their insurance situation, if I just blanketed that entire spectrum with that one understanding, um, then I could probably convince myself that this makes sense. But I'm not that kind of person. I can see more angles than that, and there are a lot of business owners who, just because their insurance situation is straight, doesn't necessarily mean that they can recover their business. There are a million reasons why a person with a good insurance policy on their business would not be able to keep their business after a looting situation. Like, it's a million reasons, and I don't even have to run them down, but they exist, and they're possible. And I'm sure somebody somewhere has experienced that, and it's not cool. Look, for the right reasons, a lot of things can slide. Not everything, but for the right reasons, a lot of things can be justified. Looting, unfortunately for me, is one of them. However, a blanketed statement like that is harmful because what you're essentially saying is anyone can steal from anyone, and it should be fine because everyone has insurance as a business owner. That's what I took from what she said, and it just was not. It's not accurate at all. There are a lot of people out there who can't do that. So, and what she was also co-signing, since I understand how the enemy works, it's basically white looters stealing from black businesses. That's what she's co-signing without actually seeing the angle. Because what your enemy's going to do is say, as they always do in every situation, oh, well, if that fits for you, it's obviously going to fit for me. Oh, you're running with that? Well, we're going to throw it back at you. That's what they do. They do that in every opportunity they can. They look for stuff like that. So when you say things that way and you slap Black Lives Matter at the end of your name, it makes it look as if people on this side all agree with that, because of course we don't think for ourselves, right? We were all in a think box together, right? That's how they view us. So um, as a person who doesn't think that way, I just want to come here and say, yo, I don't think that way. I'm not vilifying everybody who protests and loots, because I think that sometimes you have to do grand demonstrations to get grand results. And if someone is disrespecting you to the point of telling you that you do not matter, then a grand demonstration may be your only hope. And because a grand demonstration may be your only hope, it may be what you choose to do. You will live with those consequences and what comes with those consequences, the labels that come with those consequences, the time that comes with going to jail for those consequences. All of that stuff you will take on when you make that decision. No one's going to hide from accountability if they're about themselves, if they make that decision. If they're truly a good, solid, stand-up human being, they will take on the consequences of that. That's what I'm saying. So, no, I do not believe that every looter is to be vilified. Though what they're doing is wrong, sometimes the angle that she sees is an angle that exists. But unfortunately for her, there's like 7 or 18 other angles in the conversation that she's missing. And because of it, she comes off looking like she's not as smart as she needs to be leading others. And that's okay. She looked like a young lady. I don't know if that's a direct quote, if she even really said that, who knows? But the notion that this is a thought that someone has was enough for me to say, yo, let me come here and tell people what I think of this. I personally would not loot anyone's business in protest. I'm not the person that goes to your business and burns your place down. I am not doing that. But I'm also not of the mindset that your business is more important than a life. I will burn your business to the ground if it'll save a life. Do you see what I'm saying? But since a life has already been taken and we're protesting death and the lack of justice that comes with it, I don't think we should do anything that brings forth death in trying to bring justice to a murder. I don't think committing more murders is the answer to that. And I think when you burn down people's businesses and all of that, you put yourself at risk of killing someone. You know, fires can kill, and you know, a lot of times people get so upset they want to burn stuff down. You don't know if there's anybody in there, bro. There could be a human in there, and you know that's something we need to be cognizant of. There could be an animal in there or whatever. Collateral damage is not something we should accept when we hold ourselves responsible for demanding justice. Collateral damage is not something we should accept. It's not something we should just say, it comes with, no. We are trying to save lives, not take them. For other conversations and other missions, entirely different circumstances that people would loot around requires specifics for me to have a real opinion about it. In general, of course, it's bad. Can I foresee or surmise some random scenario where I say, okay, I'll let it slide? I actually can. But that doesn't mean that I'm okay with this movement doing that thing, because you're giving ammo to your enemy at the end of the day. So yeah, man, I've found myself just thinking that this is a conversation that I didn't want to talk about because I didn't want to kind of speak out of turn in regards to giving ammunition to my enemies. In other words, if I try to vilify my brothers for their form of reaction, I'm gonna be getting hoorays from people that I don't want hoorays from. That's the reality of it. I don't want none of that. I want people to understand exactly where I'm coming from, and I want people who don't appreciate what I'm saying to feel exactly how they feel, because I'm not looking to make you happy. If anything, I'm looking to make you uncomfortable so that you will understand how serious we are about what it is we're talking about. So I'm not one of those guys who are like, I hope you guys like what I'm saying. No, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, that's okay. I may not agree with everything you say, but we are gonna understand one another. I am going to try my best to make sure you understand me on my videos. So that's really where I'm at. Businesses are not more important than lives, but burning people's businesses to the ground just because people are poor, there's more to look at than just that point that people are poor. There's more to look at. You have people who are very, very wealthy out here looting because they just want to see something burn. They want to be a part of something that makes them feel like a rush is in their back pocket. And you have to understand, there are a lot of people who have enough money to where they could go out, get arrested, and then they'll be fine. You know, like we know that exists in this country. If you have the right hue and the right amount of money and the right friends, my friend, you can get off for something that I'm going to jail for a very long time. And there are a lot of people who take advantage of that when circumstances like these take place on both sides. They just want to be a part of the action, and they will do the most because they know that they have a nice soft cushion that they can fall upon, while the rest of us may not have that. And we'll take those same risks without realizing that the person next to us has a complete life jacket for the situation. So I would not tell people to go out to loot, because I know I'm talking to everybody, not just the poor, not just those who are passionate about what I'm talking about, and certainly not just people who are on my side. I'm talking to everybody. And believe you me, if I go out and say, hey, it's okay to loot, you're going to have people who are on the other side who are going to loot black businesses. They're going to tear your shit down. They're going to Black Wall Street you because it's okay, right? That's what you just said. It's fine. And they're going to run with that that pettiness is what I'm trying to say. That petty energy, they full of that. They got plenty of that to give. So we need to be very mindful of what we say so that it's not tossed back at us in a form that we will not appreciate, as most things are dealing with it. But anyway, I'm out of here, man. My shift was probably over. This was my Wednesday, so I still got 2 more nice days of work ahead. And yeah, I'll be looking forward to sharing more of my thoughts with y'all. Thank you guys for watching. My name is BDF44. God bless.